and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, playing as the mighty revolutionary Italian Empire. So we're about to do something really stupid and really foolhardy, but hopefully it will work. We are about to attack Portugal, Spain, and create a huge mess out of it. I'm going to go for Portugal once this truce fully expires, which is going to expire at the end of this month. And it's going to trigger a war against Spain and England, and may in fact cause a coalition against me, now that I think about it. Well, that'll be fun. We can't attack until June. Sadly, Great Britain would defend them. Sadly, Spain would. Sadly, the Pope would. The Pope is a joke, so we don't care. So this is going to be really foolhardy, really reckless, but we'll be able to seize tons of land, assuming we win this. So the full battle size are, we are outnumbered roughly 2 to 1. Roughly 2 to 1. So, here we go, I guess. Let's see if I've got any decisions I can take to help. Movement speed would help. We have no combat bonuses yet. Okay, so first things first, overrun Spain in Europe. And hope and pray that I can survive their counterattack, because it's going to be fast, it's going to be powerful, and we're also dealing with Ottoman rebels. Not to mention Spain and Portugal have tons of troops scattered throughout my lands. Luckily, Spain really doesn't have forts that really matter that much. So, definitely gonna have a coalition form against this. Hopefully the coalition will not attack us while we're in a different war, but I would not underestimate the AI's ability to do so. Okay, first fort down, moving in. We are heavily outnumbered, even naval-wise, although I can actually click. I'm going to assign an admiral to this fort, and we're going to have them hunt enemy fleets only in the Mediterranean. Even then, I'm going to have them be careful. That would be the Ottoman separatists dealt with, even more people joining the coalition against me. Can't raise any more armies right now, unfortunately. This force down. Once we get through this one, Spain is doomed. Spain's probably doomed anyway, but Ethiopia is not going to be able to help at all. As long as we can wipe out Spain, we're good. Without getting killed by another coalition. Means that outraged countries probably would be a smart move. There we go, another fort down. The attrition's going to be horrible. Luckily, level 2 forts are terrible at defense at this point of the game, so 64% chance to take it out immediately. We're gonna hopefully do Napoleon's big conquest. Can we fight Spain at sea? Kind of. The answer. Kind of. We can kill off their small navies. It's when they start merging their navies together and they become problems. Want to make it so England has no easy landing spots. I'll leave. Actually, no, I'll pull it all down there. 70,000 should be definitely enough to hold that region. And 64% chance succeeds. Lovely. On to the Spanish capitals. Or as soon as we can get there. I think I can actually march on Portugal's capital as well. Yeah, let's send you to Portugal's capital. Since, of course, the war goal is in fact Portugal. Although we are definitely going to hurt Spain if we can. So far, victories going in our favor. They're not really that dangerous unless they join their troops together, which they're seemingly not doing well on that front. There's a Portuguese army there to be wary of, and Spanish in North Africa. Other than that, most of their power, of course, is tied up in the New World, like 43,000, 19,000, 17,000, 38,000 in Mexico, Brazil, and stuff. Oh, another battle, not a surprise. I'm just going to pretty much barrage all these Portuguese forts because they're low level, and by barraging them, I can take Portugal out of the war. They should want peace largely once their capital falls, but of course, they might not. We shall see. Luckily, they haven't upgraded their capital at all, so it's a terrible fort. That fort's going to take a while to siege, though. Honestly surprised they haven't tried to kill my army there. Okay. Casualties so far, vast majority of mine, almost half of mine are due to attrition rather than actual battles. Now for the Spanish capital. See how much Spain. Spain is already thinking of peace. Good. That's what you should. We might not take as much land from Spain as we can. We might, by and large, force them to just break their alliance with England and give us some of France. Or release. I don't know how we'll do it. We'll see. Suffice to say, the big goal is Portugal, and if we can, England. The other thing is if we can take out Portugal, we should be able to steer much more trade to our trade node. Yeah, half of our income comes from trade. Okay, Madrid has fallen. Is that enough to force Spain out of the war? Enough to force the Pope out of the war. I don't know why. I need a diplomat for that though. Oh, I don't want you. I want Pope. Come on. Game is really slow right now. I don't know if it's coming through on your end, but it is. Not. -35. Annulled treaties with Great Britain, annulled treaties with Portugal. I want that land. Okay, not enough. I might have to come back for the rest. We're probably going to need to truce break versus Spain regardless, so. If I do that, that's a good start. There we go. I know, I probably could have taken more, but for now, I'm really worried about how the rest of this war is going to go. Whereas now, I can leave what troops I have fighting Portugal. And by fighting Portugal, I stole one province, obviously. We can hopefully take tons of land from them. England, on the other hand, is going to be a pain. And now, Navy-wise, it's a lot closer of a fight, which is what matters. We, of course, only need three provinces from England in this whole war. We need these two and London. And the trick is going to be London. On the other hand, we don't have to worry about Portugal beating us on land. It's literally down to England and Portugal. We need Fez, and we need all of Portugal itself. But we will get a ticking war score once their capital falls. Good. And we should also still have military access through Spain, so we can move into North Africa. And we can apparently also fight the Ottomans again if we wish to. But the Ottomans are honestly kind of dying. Oof, taking these forts is going to take forever. Heavily fortified Portuguese forts in the mountains. Not easy. Let's see what we need for a war score. Objectively speaking, can we take all of... We can take all of Portugal. Can we take all of the coastline from you? We could do that. We could pretty much remove all the trouble we would ever want to deal with Portugal in a singular war. Let's see. Spain, I assume, has new allies. Yes, Austria, Theodoro. They're still fighting Africa. Probably why this war went so well is the fact that they're off in Africa. Part of the reason I also didn't take any more land from Spain is because since they're not directly the war goal, we couldn't take that much anyway. In my mind, it's probably better to wait and deal with that issue later. Let's try bring my fleet to the British Channel, English Channel. I get it's the English Channel, but if it's owned by the British, isn't it the British Channel? No. I know the difference. It's definitely the English Channel. Let's... That. Obviously, we still need lots more Portuguese territory to get them to actually peace out. Besides the fact that they're deploying their military to this area, so we'll also deploy our military there. We'll let Ethiopia smash that army. And I'm not really worried about the remainder of the Portuguese military. Oh, now I'm thinking I also need the Azores, Micronesia, and Macronesia, or whatever it is called. We are going to have to fight another war with Spain. We got to remember that this is a required province, which I'm liable to forget. So I don't know if attacking the Portuguese Navy there was a smart move. Okay, we won that. We may need to take a naval reformer for the morale, just so we can take on the British. Or if we're really lucky, they don't actually want to fight us because of how large of our military is. They kind of back off. Sometimes if you throw enough troops in a province, even if the AI outnumbers it, they get confused over it all. Trick is if I can land my fleet without it getting attacked, which... Come on, land, land, land. No. As you can see, I can't fight England at sea at all. The sheer morale they have is ridiculous. We'll pretty much flee to port as soon as we have the option. We lost 11 heavy ships, they lost none. However, I think they're gonna do. The trick is we're gonna have to try and land troops in England. I don't think we'll be able to demand London in peace. Yeah. Can't take it because we're in the war still. Okay. Try and corner what remains of Portugal's military in that area. Iraqi separatists instantly going to get into a fight with Ethiopia. Okay, thank you, Ethiopia, for doing a great service to our alliance. Now if you can only distract the English Navy. How do I deal with that fleet? Ugh. Let's boost my Navy strength a bit. It's not going to be enough, I know that much, but 7 better than I suspected. The real trick is going to be, can I land troops on the British Isles without them getting instantly stacked wiped? Because England usually leaves a huge fleet sitting there. The other option is I peace out of the war, build up a overwhelmingly massive navy in an attempt to fight England in a separate war for London, which I do not feel comfortable trying. For some reason I feel that that's like a dumb plan ever, trying to fight England. Late game navy. See how fast they respond to me. Instantly. Okay. Look at how fast they just came for me. Yeah, I got a problem. Can I get a better navy? Oh wait, what's this? Oh. Full development of 1012. Oh my. Other option is I split the fleet and try and run. Boy, that Morocco province is taking forever to fall. Okay. Portugal is starting to want peace. Still need 90% war score to win this though. I don't know how we get it. We're going to get a lot just from occupying Portugal's provinces and letting Ethiopia fight them as well, but still not the same. No. The single tiny little bit of fleet they have blocking the Rock of Gibraltar prevents me from actually doing anything. Their reaction time is amazing. Look at that. They instantly see me move my fleet and say, I'm gonna go kill you. Okay, well, we've kicked Portugal out of North Africa, mostly. Barrage Marrakesh, because obviously we want that region. And let's get Rights of Man going. So now we have a choice. What do we pick for our last idea group? We can't do military. We could do maritime solely to have a fleet that could fight the British. But that doesn't feel worth it to me. It's tough. Ideally, diplomatic would be good because it'll make the provinces cheaper to take, but it's going to require tons of diplo points to get there. But then again, we're not spending diplo points on anything, so maybe that would be a good idea. Oh, underhanded diplomacy combined with offensive, I could double my merc strength. Nothing really good there other than morale for religious. Economics not useful either other than infantry. Combat ability, innovation, probably a joke at this point. Yeah. Quality or naval ideas would be really useful, but we can't do it. For now, I'll do diplomatic. I can always change my mind, right? And we'll wait, really, until I have a plan to how to deal with the British Navy. Maybe if I create a separate Navy force and use it to smash the Mediterranean, I can draw off the British Navy into the Mediterranean. I doubt it, though. Let's try that for now. Hunt enemy fleets within the Mediterranean. They should be capable of taking out everything except for maybe the Portuguese heaviest fleet. And even then they should give a good showing. So let's see what I can do about that. 18% war score, still long ways to go. Great Britain revolts in Great Britain, and the military strength is less. No way to actually kill this silly British Navy. How's Ethiopia doing? Ethiopia is actually having trouble. A lot of trouble. I almost should send a force to help them. Can't fight the fleets in the Mediterranean. We just learned this. Grr. Can't fight silly British fleet. Okay, that time we didn't lose any ships and we did take out some of Portugal's. That doesn't really help. Doesn't help with the challenge of how does one beat the British military? Let's see. How do I do this? I may have to just come back to fight the British again. Curious, how much can I actually take of Portugal if I don't demand this land? It's closer. Much closer. If I don't force the alliance with Great Britain to be broken, it becomes easier, but I need that alliance broken. I can fight Spain in 7 years. The real question is, how do I get a higher war score? I really should go help Ethiopia. Might actually go do that. Way too many. I've got way too many generals on the field. Oh, wait, you're still province. Reassign this guy. Send 57,000 down. That should be enough to kick out England from Ethiopia. I wish Ethiopia would send its military back, but they're off fighting somebody else. Oh no, they're actually recalling their forces now. Good. It's only taken them this long to figure out that they're in trouble. Or not. They're still in India occupying things. On the other hand, once Ethiopia leaves the war, I'll get a huge boost towards my war score. Because that's -5 occupation at least. Only there was an easier way to do this. At least we're converting Middle East. I feel bad just abandoning all this territory to Portugal again. On the other hand, I can smash some of Portuguese navy at sea to get a little bit more war score. As long as the full Portuguese navy doesn't show up, I can run rampant in the Mediterranean. However, it doesn't appear they're on their way. It seems like they're more interested in protecting their islands. Probably a smart move from their perspective. Oh, maybe I'll get lucky. Ethiopia will peace out and get rid of Antioch, be forced to return it to the Ottomans. Why are your forces chasing the Portuguese around Armenia when your homeland's being occupied? I don't understand the AI. Great Britain almost wants peace. Why? Do I have a positive war score versus this guys? No, I don't have any war score versus the British. Strange. I can't actually catch that army. A little annoyed that Britain hasn't tried to land troops in Europe, but I guess they're figuring Ethiopia was an easier target. There we are. Ethiopia is out. Ethiopia still somehow managed to retain their alliance with me, though, which is good. And now the British are going to start trying to attack from Africa, which I am alright with. I've got troops in position. They will deal with it. We just smashed the Portuguese military. Of course. Really wish I could take some of the British Isles from them, though. Ugh. See, I can demand land Portugal, but obviously England is not a possibility. Maybe I should have declared them a co-belligerent, then I could have taken their land. After all, I would only be fighting a few more countries that mattered. How close are we to this? Halfway. Halfway. So I guess that will be it for this episode. Stole a little bit from Spain and realized we have no hope of fighting the British Navy at all. It's just impossible given our stats and bonuses right now. We just would need huge amount of Navy bonuses to apply, or for England to get distracted by something else. So for now we're a bit stuck. Apparently I can vassalize the Isles. Huh. Sadly the Isles do not have a land route into England. But that will be it for this episode, and I will continue next time. Thank you guys all for watching. Bye for now.